Sir, what I am saying is that economic policies today should be really radically changed. I was shocked and we are shocked by the advocacy in favor of monopoly capitalism. No wonder Mr. J.R.D. Tata and Mr. K.K. Birla and others are making statements acclaiming your economic policies. They are on the one hand applauding you, helping you in many ways, and on the other hand, they are also helping the counter revolutionary forces. This is the technique of the monopoly capital prevailing today. They have two strings to their bow. They want to build forces in the opposition and build forces within the government so that in the bargain it is they who gain and the nation suffers. That is what is happening. I should like in this connection to dispute what the finance minister said by his economic jugglery. No amount of economic jugglery will hide the facts of life. Your annual report of the Reserve Bank of India shows that stagnation in agricultural economy has taken place, and it is also goes to tell us why this stagnation is taking place. Stagnation is taking place because richer sections in the agricultural economy, having kept all the benefits that you have pumped into the rural economy by rural credit inputs and other things, do not bother about raising the agricultural production. They are more interested in making quick money and quick profits. They are interested in exploiting the agricultural laborers and other sections of the toiling peasantry and in making money by speculation and hoarding, which of course is helped by certain policies of the government. As a result, and because of the patronage that you received from the big people in the rural areas, you are not in a position today, not even in this budget, to tap the resources savings in the rural sector of the economy generated by heavy investment of nearly rupees 6,000 crores. That is why you do not adopt measures for tapping resources through agricultural income tax, whereby you could easily get 1,000 crores of rupees, and if you had got that money, it would have been necessary for you to raise the excise duty to the level of rupees 3,000 odd crores. In the industrial sector, what do we see? It is the monopoly capital which is deliberately stopping production, which is compelling you on the one hand to give them concessions in the name of incentive production, and on the other hand gaining extra super profit by raising the prices, creating artificial scarcities and starving the nation. That is what is happening. Therefore, the villain of the piece is the big money, whether it is dividend in the agricultural economy or the industrial economy. Today, instead of taking measures against them, you are giving concessions to them in the name of production. We are all for production. This nation will not survive if by the toil of our countrymen we do not raise production. We, the communists, are a part of the working class and hence we attach importance to production. Production is the article of faith with the working class of our land and of all countries. They are not shying away from production. Who is responsible for retrenchment and closures? Who is responsible for deliberately cutting production? Who is responsible for reducing the production of coarse and medium cloth in order to produce superfine cloth which they could cater to the upper classes and for exports in order to gain extra profit? Has it been seen how the production of coarse and medium varieties of cloth and articles of mass consumption by the common man has been deliberately and systematically reduced by the monopoly class with a view to creating scarcity and making money out of the privations of the common man? Here, sir, only today there has been a question where it has been said that the amount due to the Damodar Valley Corporation from the consumers of electricity, surely big people who take electricity from the Damodar Valley Corporation, a public sector undertaking, is rupees 100 lakhs from JK Aluminium and rupees 50 lakhs from Tatas. These are the two monopoly concerns here. They are owing you money and you do not collect. It is they who are in arrears of income tax. This their gross income tax arrears comes to rupees 800 crores, out of which effective arrears would come to about rupees 400 crores, out of which again the share of the monopoly houses in the matter of tax evasion is more than rupees 300 crores. What are you doing to them? It is they who, by under invoicing and over invoicing, make money and deny you your foreign exchange resources. It is estimated by competent economists that these people are cheating you to the tune of rupees 1000 crores annually. It is a very massive amount. What action has the government taken to recover this enormous source of income?